What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Talking about some more RV sales process. And, well, who do customers buy from, right? Do they buy from sleazy, slimy, used car salespeople? Probably not. Or do they buy from salespeople that earn their trust and show them that they're trying to add value to their life? I mean, it's probably an easy guess. I'll give you two guesses. You're probably only going to need one, especially between those two options. But the truth is, customers are buying from salespeople who are able to earn their trust. Dealership salespeople have built a almost a negative stigma, or at least the bad dealership salespeople and bad dealership sales managers even have built a bad stigma for dealership salespeople in general. So when our customers are walking into our dealerships, when they are giving you a call on the phone, when they are interacting with you um, at your dealership, they're typically going to start with a defensive, kind of guards up, almost mentality, right? They're kind of backing up from you. They're kind of pushy. When you tell them, hey, when you ask them price questions in the very beginning of the deal, they get very, hey, we're not buying today type deal, right? So, we have to understand that our customers need to trust you before they're going to give you any of this pertinent information, before they're going to tell you how much they're going to spend or how much cash they have or how much down payment they have or their credit score or, anything that you need or even just what they're looking for, they're going to be hesitant to give you that information, right? And it's not your fault. It's unless you're one of the bad salespeople, I guess, then it kind of is your fault. But at the end of the day, we can still earn our customers' trust, get their guard down, get them to drop those defenses, so that we can show our customer that we're here to add value to their life. And that's the kind of salesperson a customer buys from. Salespeople that are in it for a commission, that feel like they don't really care about our needs or our wants. Maybe they're trying to push us to a certain brand or a certain item, probably because they get paid more on that brand or item. Customers don't know this information, but we know there's the bigger spiff on the XYZ brand. We're typically pushing customers towards those brands because we, as the salespeople, want a bigger spiff. But I'm telling you right now, if you get out of the mindset that you're in it for a commission, then you'll make more spiff money or more, additional cash flow because you'll sell more units because you'll actually be focusing on your customer, their needs, their wants, and their emotions. And when we focus down on their needs, wants, and emotions and demo them an RV that fits those specifically and is at the right budget and helps them accomplish their needs, wants, emotions, and goals, and it all for the right price, it's hard for them to say no. And when they buy a product like that that fits their needs from A to Z, and you were a salesperson that was asking the right questions, and you were pulling out their emotions, and you were learning what they were doing and where they were going and who they're going with, and so on and so forth, when you ask those questions, what it says to a customer is, wow, this salesperson actually cares about me. They're asking me questions about my needs, my wants. They didn't go straight to the money question. They didn't go straight to the budget. They didn't go straight to a monthly payment or a credit score. Where they directly went to was my needs, my wants, and my emotions. And because of that, I can trust this salesperson more. So, we've spoken about it many times in past videos, but the way that you have to earn your customers' trust is in the first 10 seconds, 30 seconds of the deal, right? It's right when you meet your customer. They're going to give you a fair or unfair judgment from the very first seconds that they even lay their eyes on you. So if they put their eyes on you and you don't smile and you give them a weird look back, they're going to be like, ugh, this salesperson is kind of weird. Or maybe this salesperson's got an attitude. Or they might just think to themselves, I just don't like this salesperson. I don't know what it is. It's probably just their face, right? And People think like this. You might be laughing, but that's exactly how people think. If you look at them with a weird face, if you don't smile, if you kind of grin, if you whatever you do, they're gonna judge you. So we have to keep this in mind. As soon as we see our customer, as soon as we walk out the door, even throughout the dealership, throughout the day, we should be smiling. We should be having fun. We should be energetic. We should be somebody that our customers want to be around. And we want to be someone just like them. We don't want to be too extra, right? We don't want to be wearing big gaudy chains and, pinky rings and all this jewelry and stuff like that, because what does that say to my customer? Why would I be flexing jewelry to my customer as a salesperson? No, that's what you do with your friends. You ain't flexing jewelry while you're working. What does that say? It says that this guy makes a lot of money and he's probably making it off me, the customer. So to avoid getting this sleazy, slimy used car salesman another pinky ring, I'm going to go buy from the more humble person down the street at the other dealership. Okay, and you might not see that customer anymore if you're out there with those pinky rings on and things like that. You probably have lost customers because of the pinky ring, and you don't even know it. That's how oblivious you are to this stuff, right? So, if you're out there wearing gaudy jewelry and flexing on your customers and doing things like that, like, calm it back, humble yourself a little, take the jewelry off. That way you can be more approachable and be more like our customers. In the RV industry, we're not typically dealing with customers that are wearing a lot of jewelry and being flashy, right? Not saying that they couldn't if they didn't want to, right? Because, a lot of them have a good amount of money where they probably could flaunt these things, but they don't. They're more campy and they're more humble, I guess, or blue jeans, t-shirt kind of people, right? So we should be dressed very similar to them, because what that shows is, hey, we're just like you. I'm just like you, and I'm easy to work with. I'm easy to trust. I'm just like you. I'm the person, your neighbor. I'm you. That's what you're saying when you do things like that, right? So, all of these things build trust. Your pinky ring doesn't build trust. It loses trust. Your gaudy jewelry loses trust. So if we're wearing those things, we need to get rid of it, because your customers are judging you as soon as they see you. Okay. So that's the first thing, is we have to be someone that's approachable. We have to be someone that's likable. We have to be somebody that's like our customer, right? We have to, show them that we're somebody that can be dealt with, that is good to do business with, right? And then once we do that, we're smiling, we're shaking their hand, right? When we shake our customer's hand, let's shake their hand with the same pressure that they shake ours. Again, what does this say mentally, like on a mental note, on a human, just basis, right? If I squeeze your hand when I meet you, and you don't typically, maybe we've all had that person that comes up and just squeezes our hand really hard, and afterwards we might think like, dude, that dude was kind of weird and kind of a kind of a d-bag, because he just squeezed my hand out of nowhere. Like, why would you squeeze my hand like that? Right? And then what does that do if we're a salesperson that's always squeezing people's hands, and only 10% of the people that we talk to like for their hand to be squeezed like that? So 90% of the people we speak with, we're starting off on the wrong foot. Okay, so we want to be someone that's like our customers. We don't want to be squeezing their hand all crazy. We want to match the firmness of their handshake. That's what I like to do. They shake my hand, they squeeze a little harder, I'm going to grip a little harder. If they grab my hand and they're very light and dainty and don't squeeze that hard, I'm going to be light and dainty. If they come in and do like a medium, like just kind of like I guess maybe a normal handshake, or just a normal grip, I don't know, whatever you would call it, that's what I'm going to do back, a normal grip. I'm matching my customer, I'm mirroring my customer, and what that does on a psychological level, I guess, is it portrays that I'm just like you and I'm easy to deal with. Okay, after we do that, after we have a good meeting, we have a good intro, we smile, we shake their hand and match their firmness. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to use our introduction and the way that we do business, right? We're going to use our introduction, we're going to explain our intentions, and then we're going to just set the framework on how and why we do business in a certain way. So this is a big, big, big part of earning our customers' trust. Now, again, it has to happen in the first 30 seconds. So one of the first things you want to do is you want to explain to them the way that you do business, and inside of the way that you do business, you want to tailor it all towards the customer. Okay, so what we're going to say is something like this: welcome to, the dealership. How can I help you? They're going to say, hey, we're looking for XYZ. And then what I'm going to say is, okay, great. Let me ask you this. Have you ever bought from our dealership before? Have you ever bought from our dealership before? I'm asking them this question, and it's going to prompt either yes or no, right? And it doesn't matter what I get. It doesn't matter if I get yes. It doesn't matter if I get no, because the same thing follows up, right? And I want to make sure that I say, hey, have you ever bought from our dealership before? Because I'm prefacing the idea that they're going to buy from our dealership today, maybe, right? So I'm going to say that because right in the first 30 seconds, I'm going to put a little comment in there that's going to get you thinking that maybe I'm going to buy today. It's not aggressive. It's not direct. It's just in the air, right? So, hey, have you ever bought from our dealership before? Inquisitive. I'm doing it with an inquisitive voice. Have you ever bought from our dealership before? Right? And then they're going to say yes. They're going to say no. It doesn't matter. Next thing I'm going to say is, okay, great. If they say yes, I'm going to say, okay, great. Well, then the way that we do business. If they say no, I'm going to say, okay, great. Well, the way that we do business, see, so it's almost the same thing, but it's, going into, my sales process and XYZ. So they're going to say yes, they're going to say no, then I'm going to say, okay, great. Well, the way that we do business here at our dealership, excuse me, is we like to sit you down. We like to learn exactly what you're looking for. We ask you questions on where you're going, who you're going to be going with, what you're going to be doing, things like that, so we can learn exactly what you're going to be doing with that RV. This way, we can learn exactly what you're going to be doing, and we can match up an RV that meets your needs. Once I ask you enough questions to really learn what you're looking for, I'm going to look through my inventory. I'm going to see if I even have an RV that meets your needs. And if I have an RV that meets your needs, excuse me, we'll go out, we'll take a look at one or two units. Once we take a look at those RVs, we'll come back to my desk. We'll look at the numbers. That way you know what you can buy that RV for cash or for a monthly payment. And then if it's a perfect RV, you'll buy it. If it's not perfect for you, I won't even ask you to buy it. Does that sound fair enough? Right? So what I just did there was I explained my buying process, and I'm earning their trust because what I'm saying is, listen, the reason that I'm taking you to my office and asking you questions is because I need to learn what your needs are, what your emotions are, what you're going to be doing with the RV, who you're going to be going with, what you're going to need the RV to do when you get there, where you're going to be going, what you're going to be pulling it with. I need to know everything about you so that I can see if in my inventory I even have something that matches up for you, right? So when I say that, right, when I say, hey, I'm going to sit you down, I'm going to ask questions, and then once I learn what kind of RV you're looking for, then I'm going to look through my inventory to see if I have anything that meets your needs. Now, what does this little sentence say to my customers psychologically? I'm going to look through my inventory to see if I have anything that meets your needs. So now what it says is, after I've learned everything that you need and I have a good picture in my mind, I'm going to look through my inventory and see if anything even matches your needs, because I don't want to sell you something that does not match your needs. So if I don't have something that matches those needs, we can stop right there, because I'm not going to try to sell you anything that doesn't match your needs. Now, this is building trust, right? Because what we're saying is, listen, I need to know what you need. Once I figure out what you need, I'm going to look at my inventory. If I have it, I'll show it to you. If I don't, no worries, I won't even show it to you. So now the customer's thinking like, wow, this guy, I can trust this salesperson, because they're going to ask me what I need, what I want, my emotions. They're going to look at their inventory to see if they have anything that meets those. If they don't, no reason to go look at inventory and waste our time. Let's go somewhere else that has an RV that meets our needs, right? So we're framing it where I'm not wasting your time as a customer. Your time is important. Let me learn what you're looking for so that I can show you an RV that meets your needs specifically. If I don't have that RV, I'll let you know right away. That way I'm not wasting your time, and I'm showing you units that actually help you accomplish your goals, and add value to your life, right? That is a big deal. There is a lot going on just psychologically or in human nature, right? We're playing off human nature here. There's a lot going on in this intro that expresses, without saying the words, that I care about you as a customer, right? That's what we're trying to express. That I care about my customer. I want to add value to your life. And the only way I can do that is by asking you questions, right? So then when you preface or when you use an intro like that, what it does is it lowers our customers' defenses. It gets them to trust you more, and then it also makes them agree to go through your sales process. So now it makes it easier for you as a salesperson to take your customer from A to Z in the sales process, because we earned their trust in the first 30 seconds and we got them to agree to go through it after they heard what we were going to do. So now when I'm asking questions, they're not surprised. They're not like, oh, stop asking me questions. They're not like, oh, man, I'm tired of these questions. They're thinking like, oh, the reason he's asking me these questions is because he needs to know my needs and my wants. And if he doesn't understand my needs or wants, then he won't be able to show me an RV that actually meets my needs. So if I want to see an RV that actually meets my needs, then I better answer this RV person's questions. I better answer the RV salesperson's questions. Whether it's 5, 10, 15, 20, or 40 questions, they're only asking them to me for my benefit as a customer. How can I be mad at that? I can't. I can't be mad at that as a customer, because it's the salesperson showing me that they actually care about me, right? And that's important. There's a lot of strength, a lot of power in a deal in that. And when you earn that trust in the first 30 seconds, it goes all the way throughout the deal. I can't stress that enough, because what that's going to allow you to do is it's going to allow you to ask as many questions as you need, and the right questions. And it's going to get your customer to lower their defenses and answer you honestly instead of lying to you, right? We've all heard customers lie, and that's true. Customers lie to salespeople that they don't trust. And if you're a salesperson that they don't trust, they're going to lie to you too. Okay, so we need to be a salesperson our customers can trust, and we have to earn that trust in the first 30 seconds. Okay, so again, if you need to rewatch this video so you can see how to earn customers' trust, definitely do, because this is a big part of the sales process. If you don't earn the trust in the first 30 seconds, the rest of the sales process is not going to go that smooth. You'll probably have a very hard time closing the deal, if you even can close the deal. And again, what is that going to do? It's going to increase our time spent per deal, right? Which is going to lower our sales goals. It's not going to allow us to hit our sales goals, because the formula to meet and exceed our sales goals: increase our closing percentage, increase the amount of customers that we speak with, decrease the time spent per deal, right? If we're spending more time in a deal because our customers don't trust us, and it takes us 5 or 6 customers down the road to close a deal, then we have a lot of time in the deal, and that's not going to help us reach and meet or exceed our sales goals. Okay, so let's be a salesperson our customers can trust. Let's lower their defenses in the first 30 seconds. Let's do that by smiling, by mirroring our customer, by matching the firmness of their handshake, and then by explaining our buying process and showing them why our buying process is built to add value to their lives. My name is Chris Paulino. I'm with Infinite Media Resources. Our agency can help get more customer leads at your dealership or business. So if your dealership or business needs more customer leads, more customers to speak with for the sales team, then let's talk. Give me a call directly, 330-703-3930. Again, 330-703-3930. Give me a call directly, and let's talk about getting more customer leads for your dealership, or we can talk about getting sales training for your sales team, whether you need in-person training, whether you want, video training. We also have a video training program that you can purchase at sellmorelivemore.net. It's only $9.97 a month, or $97 for the whole program, so it's very inexpensive. go buy that program, sellmorelivemore.net. That way, you can have access to all of this information. You can continue to sharpen your RV sales process so you can meet and exceed your goals. If you like to read books, you can get it in a book version as well. Sell More, Live More Sales Training. You can get that on Amazon. You can get it on Barnes and Noble. Go grab the book online if you like to read. Great book, under $10 as well. So I don't make it too expensive for you guys to get great sales knowledge. So go to Amazon. The link's also here in the link. The link for this virtual training is also here in the video somewhere. So if you want to take advantage of that virtual training, go to sellmorelivemore.net. Go to Amazon.com, buy the book, Sell More, Live More Sales Training. Or if you need more leads for your sales team, or if you want in-person sales training, give me a call directly, 330-703-3930. Again, 330-703-3930. Give me a call and let's talk about getting more customers to your dealership or your sales team trained in a better way, different way, whatever you want to call it. But give me a call, 330-703-3930. Thank everybody for being here for this RV sales process. We're going to be talking about RV sales process and the sales process in general all year long. If you want to do a LinkedIn Live role play with me, I'd love to have you on the show and do a role play with you, whether you're in RV sales, logistics, software. It doesn't matter what you're selling, business to business, B2C. Whatever you're selling, I'd love to get in a role play with you and help you, just sharpen them goals. So if you want to get in a live role play, message me on LinkedIn. We'll get that scheduled in and we'll hop in a LinkedIn Live and do a live role play for everybody out there and to help you help you sharpen them skills. So, excuse me. Again, thank you for being here for this RV sales process. If you haven't given us a like yet on Facebook, hop over to Facebook, type in Infinite Media Resources, give us a like. If you haven't connected with me yet on LinkedIn, go connect with me on LinkedIn. And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, hop over to YouTube, type in Infinite Media Resources, and subscribe to that YouTube channel. I appreciate you for being here. See you at the next one.